Nick, thanks so much for making time. Appreciate it.
Hey Nicole, how are you?
I'm great. I think that Nate is one of the best characters on television and such just an interesting arc. I wonder, like, I know you've talked about all of the hints that were dropped in season one about who he could become or this path that you were on with him. But what is that like as an actor to realize, the world may think this is like a shy kit man stepping up and getting this opportunity, but really there's so many more layers to this character and getting to hint at them, and then eventually with the heel turn.
Oh, it's really exciting. I mean, you kind of feel, you know, a lot of the time when we're doing season one, obviously no one's really picking up on them because they're not really signposted as such. And it's only really retrospectively when you kind of get to where, well, particularly towards the end of season two, where you realize, oh, actually a lot of this stuff had been sort of dripping away in the background. But I love that because, I mean, it's ultimately it's just great writing. The writers have done this phenomenal job, particularly I think with Nate and making that turn from the lowly kit man to the whatever he is villain by the start of season three. They've treated that storyline so well. I feel like they made it authentic when it could have been done in quite a cliched way. I feel like they've made it very believable and very sad. Actually, it's a very sad story, isn't Nate's one? But yeah, it's been a thrill to play it. I feel very lucky.
How did you guys decide like how gray was too gray and to make the hair kind of echo the journey?
Oh, it was a constant battle of adding more grey, taking off grey, putting on a wig, and then sometimes it would then weirdly, because we would sometimes shoot out episodes out of order, so I'd go less grey and then become significantly more grey, like within days, and then sometimes depending on lighting, it would show up differently on camera in a different. So there is all kinds of versions of grey that we explored, but yeah, the effect was there, which was good.
What is it like as an actor who you're a fan favorite in season one, everyone's rooting for you, you have this heel turn. I'm sure like fans have very complicated feelings. Like what is that like as the actor who goes from everyone's loving you and then literally watching you descend? As it's great acting, right? But it's also a character that they then dislike.
Yeah, and you sense that, and occasionally they'll forget that it's a character, online or do its thing. But yeah, I mean, but look, they're correct. They're correct to have hated on Nate at the end of season two because what he did was quite despicable and manipulative and scandalous. The way he betrayed Ted in that way, and because we have been rooting for him, and invested in Nate in season one as the underdog who then succeeds and does good and gets promoted. When he does betray Ted at the end of season two, it feels like a real gut punch. It's a real like low blow, and the audience and the fans definitely took that to heart. And now we're into season three, we're sort of exploring the repercussions of that. Like, to what extent does Nate need to be held accountable? Could we ever forgive him? Is he going to redeem himself? So I think there's, we're only mid-season and there's a lot more sort of Nate to kind of come in these latter episodes. So yeah, we have to see. I'm going to be really intrigued once the season finale has aired to see where people's hearts are at.
Nick, do you still live in Richmond yourself?
No, we moved in December, but we used to live there.
Were you living there before the show or like
Yeah,
when the show started?
Oh yeah, since 2014 we've lived there. So
Wow.
so for a while, and it we love it and it's great, but it became increasingly odd because I used to jog around like Richmond Green and all those sort of like spots that you'd recognize from the show. Once the show came out and became a bit of a hit, it just looked like I was hanging out there to get spotted on purpose when I was just sort of on my way home or we're out shopping or something. So
Oh, oh, that's funny. Well, all right, Nick, I'm out of time, but it was lovely to get to talk to you and congratulations on all the success with the show.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.